Hello! We're going to talk about Mexico and several aspects of the wonderful country and its world. Below we will give you list of 10 wonderful tourist cities located in Mexico.
Bacalar in Quintana Roo, the handsome Cayet Laguna de los Siete Colores is impressive for its beauty, its rapids, its instrumentality, and especially for its bewitching cenotes. Hierbelao waterfalls Oaxaca. Stone face were formed over the millennia by dripping carbonate saturated water in the same what the stalactites and stalagmites are erected in the caverns. Isle Marietas. There are two uninhabited and arid islands. They are frequented by its beautiful beaches, ideal for diving, snorkeling, and observing underwater life. Playa del Carmen. It is part of one of the world's lengthiest beach tourism corridors, located within the Riviera Maya in Mexican Caribbean.
Agua Azul Waterfalls in Chiapas. The Otolum Smuca and Tijada region form vertical cliff in the Hill Canyon
True, with beautiful blue and white waterfalls emerging the Agua Azul
Number
waterfly.
6. Palenque in Chiapas. It's a city of Mayan origin in the state of Chiapas, whose main attractions are archaeological sites and its main beautiful waterfalls. Number 7. Zócalo and Cathedral of Lady of Guadalupe. The Plaza of the Constitution is the official name of Mexico City's famous Zócalo. It's a place of all the magnificent celebration and is surrounded by the most emblematic buildings in the nation. The most important for Mexicans is the Cathedral of Our Lady of Guadalupe, the largest church in America. Number 8. Palace of Fine Arts. The majestic building is the symbol of high culture and the national level. It was inaugurated in 1918 as the highest jewel in the commemoration of the first centenary of independence. It has a museum and its main showroom ballet, theater and music function as presented. Number 9. Plaza of the Three Cultures. The Plaza of the Three Cultures contains pyramids and ruins of pre-Hispanic Tenochtitlan and it's combined with the colonial era. It's also surrounded by modern buildings. Number 10. National Museum Anthropology. This museum, located in Chapultepec Forest, houses the most varied anthropological and pre-Hispanic archaeological sample in America. Practically all the pre-Columbian Mexican and Mesoamerican cultures are represented through authentic pieces, replicas, and sculptures.
This list is a very short list compared to all tourist sites in North Mexico. These are not the more important sites, but we consider that these could be more to the liking of the tourist.
Mexico has a great diversity of typical dishes. That is why I was recognized by UNESCO. Mexican cuisine is also characterized by a sauce which serves an accompaniment to traditional dishes, prepared based on species. The basic and representative ingredients of Mexican dishes are corn, coriander, chilies, piloncillo, nopal, and tomato. Typical Mexican food are tacos, chilaquiles, and will among other things. That's why there is a lot of tourism in Mexico. There is a lot of culture, history, and above all very good and recognizable.
Famous people of Mexico. The most famous artists I've worked, mainly in the United States, but we have to know that in Mexico there are very successful people who have earned recognition from around the world and have raised the name of Mexico. Below we will show you some of them.
Salma Hayek is a Mexican film, television and theater actress, as well as businesswoman and producer. She is one of the 4 Latin American actresses nominated for the Best Actress of the Oscar Award. Her most important role was in the movie Frida. Eugenio Derbez is a Mexican comedian, screenwriter, writer, businessman, actor, producer, and director of film, theater, and television. He has participated in Stuffed Family, Returns Are Not Accepted, How to Be a Latin Lover, among others. Dana Paola is a Mexican actress, singer, model, and songwriter. He has participated in The Stuffed Family, Dare to Dream, among others. But without doubt, his greatest success has been the Elite series. These are just some of the Mexican artists, but there isn't doubt that there are very talented people in Mexico.
Below, we will talk about interesting facts about geography in Mexico. Mexico is a country located in the southern tip of North America. It has an eastern coast bounded by the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean Sea, which are part of the Atlantic Ocean. On the west, it has a huge coastline bounded by the Pacific Ocean. The most populated entity is the state of Mexico, with a population of just over 16 million inhabitants, while the least populated state is Colima, with approximately 700,000 inhabitants. To the north of the country, the border with the United States and extends from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific. To the south of the country, Mexico has land borders with Guatemala and Belize, from the Caribbean Sea to the Pacific Ocean.
The independence of Mexico was the consequence of a political and social process resolved with arms, which ended Spanish rule in most of the territories of the New Spain. Date September 16, 1810, September 27, 1821. The Mexican Revolution was an armed movement that began in 1910 against the President Porfirio Diaz, who was in power for more than 30 years. This conflict led to a civil war and triggered an important series of political, social, and economic changes in the country. The main consequence of the Mexican Revolution was the promulgation of the 1917 Constitution. The 5 most relevant historical events in Mexico. Number 1. Construction of the Pyramid of the Sun in Teotihuacan. To this day, the Pyramid of the Sun is the most fascinating and enigmatic building in the world. Number 2. Foundation of Tenochtitlan. A tribe is said to have arrived in what is now Mexico City guided by the sign that they go Huitzilopochtli. In 1521, Hernán Cortés, under the command of a small group of Spaniards and a coalition of indigenous peoples, conquered the city of Tenochtitlan, ending the Aztec Empire. Or Texas' independence in 1826, marked by the defeat of Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna. 5. Oil expropriation. It was in 1928 by Lázaro Cárdenas.
Yo,